Gentlemen and female gentlemen, drop anything you have. Drop everything. Today is a huge day for the unemployed. All right? This is massive. So the Minecraft drama that's been going on for the last 4 years finally bubbled over and everything is bad. Except it's a lot worse than you thought. These were relatively cringe allegations where one person called someone else cringe and they had an entire meltdown. But it somehow got into like a lot of leaked messages, harassing people's parents, like actually some sicko shit. Like we are watching an actual meltdown in real time between a lot of people. I was thinking of starting this video with the intro pedos and non-pedos, but then I realized that if Minecrafters would be watching this, I wouldn't be inclusive enough. So anyway, we are gonna have to dive right into this. First I'm gonna give you the TLDR, because I already covered this last time. If you want to see my coverage of the original drama hullabaloo before, that is fine. But TommyInnit made an entire video basically calling Dream out on a lot of crazy sussy shit, and then Dream made a response, and then Ludwig leaked some shit, and then the internet basically tore Dream's response to pieces. Now, this is ultimately an incredibly unimportant thing going on in the world. But I like to take this moment to recognize the fact that Trump and Obama are getting along better than people that made tens of millions of dollars playing Minecraft together, okay? I'm just saying, this is pretty freaking hilarious, if I do say so myself. This is very funny. So definitely strap in, lock in. You're about to see an insane amount of drama that I may or may not be somehow, some way actually involved in at some point. Spoilers, this drama is kind of worthless, so we're just enjoying it at the sidelines. Yes, their lives are coming down. They're getting harassment by tens of thousands of people. But why cry about it when you could laugh at the insanity of it all? Because ultimately, this is kind of just like another woke downfall. Dream is taking an L because he woke too close to the sun. I'm not gonna lie. It's very funny to watch. So it all started with on January 11th, Canadian streamer XQC made a post about TommyInnit, who had recently made fun of a Trump supporter or something. And he made this tweet talking about TommyInnit's really cringe routine.
The best ending ever.
And now, as I near towards the end of my set, rather than exiting the stage, I'm going to ascend to heaven.
Yeah, this is objectively incredibly cringe.
It didn't work.
Nice try. He tried.
Anyway, thank you. Oh no!
Oh my god! It's Dream with a mask! He's here to diddle a child!
Oh no, it's the man that's been paid to hunt me down!
Oh my god, it's the diddler! Alright, anyway, none of that really actually matters. But anyway, Dream decided to make this post as a response to that entire situation. Dream SMP stands growing up or becoming a retarded TommyInnit fan. Now, this was the post that he made, and it's like such a nothing burger of a post. The reason why it's especially funny is because Dream has an old tweet where I assume someone will leak it in the replies. I assume someone will put it in the responses. No one put it in the responses. I don't understand it. Like, these people, like, dude, what is your job? You're on Twitter. You're supposed to be mentally handicapped. Why would you not put it in the response? Fine, I'll do it myself. Dream okay, if I can find it. This is unbelievable. Why is no one putting this in the replies? Dream has an old tweet basically where he goes on this entire long ass rant talking about if you say the word retarded, you're a terrible person. You're not allowed to say retarded. Retarded is bad. If you say it, you're evil. It's a slur and it's terrible, and anyone should feel ashamed of themselves. This is like an old tweet that Dream did. So Dream, I predicted this downfall literally 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I said Dream woke too close to the sun, and he has unironically been apologizing for everything on the planet. He's discarded friends because they said the word retard, for example. Just as a simple example. He's made apology videos specifically because he did this. Woo, 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 woo. He made that sound, and they tried to cancel him for stealing Native American culture, and he made an apology video. And, dude, he said in a tweet, I want to write a song about drugs, and then deleted that tweet and said, I'm sorry to my black friends for that tweet. Which, like, holy mother of shitballs, what are you implying with that, bro? Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that is how brain broken this guy was, apologizing for all this shit over the years. Bro, you made a tweet about drugs. He deleted. You think I'm joking? Dude, you don't understand. You don't understand. When it comes to bad apologies and downfalls, I am your internet sleuth. I am your internet sleuth. Let me see if I can find this. This was years ago, so I doubt I'll be able to find it. Yeah, there's no way I'll find it. You can't just type in dream drugs. You know, you get a whole ass different genre of tweets. But, no, he actually made a tweet like that. It's the greatest thing in the world. Apology, maybe? Maybe I can find it under apology. This is so sad. Now, there's so many tweets about this, I'll never find it. But anyway, I thought that was incredibly funny. The point is, that is maybe one of the funniest things of all time. So, anywho, he makes this... It's cultural appropriation. Bro. Anyway, so he makes this tweet, and obviously people hate him because he said the R slur, which is insane, because obviously he should have known what his audience was. Then Dream posts this big shit on Reddit, basically talking about how I'm confused what the rules are. Sometimes it's okay to say retard, and sometimes it's not. They call me a retard, and they cheer them on. But when I say retard, I'm the enemy. It's like the ultimate, like, Reddit brain moment of all time. Bro, you have 30 million subscribers on YouTube. What are you even doing, bro? Like, this is, like, wild that he felt the need to make this entire apology. And I've said this about Dream. Even if logically you're sound, you're never gonna win beef because you're a little bitch pussy. I actually sent that directly to Dream. I hope that he sees it. This is very important for him to be aware. No matter how good your logic is, you're a bitch, okay? So anyway, Tubbo, another friend of the entire SCP situation, here's a compilation of Tubbo basically talking about how Dream was annoying. Jack Manifold, another Dream guy, got involved. Everyone got involved. Dream made a 3-hour stream responding to everything. Everyone's going crazy. It's insane. It's wild. It's big. And then TommyInnit releases Dream. Not the greatest exposed video of a best friend of all time. Personally, I think that post-Nux Clarity was better. But listen, it's up there. So I made a video titled Dream. It got 3 million views in a day. And we gotta watch what he did here. So I'll just want to preface this. My analysis over the course of this drama is Tommy will always win the drama. Because Tommy, ultimately, admits that he's cringe. And Dream does not. Dream thinks he could reshape any narrative because he is, in fact, always correct. And, yeah, well, anywho, this gets incredibly heavy, and I know everyone says this is a nothing burger situation, and it definitely is, which is why I'm so happy about it. I mean, again, this is a friendship getting destroyed in front of our eyes, harassment by hundreds of thousands of people. But it is incredibly funny that this is a bunch of Minecrafters that actually, like, the downfall happened because Dream posted a tweet saying retarded. Bro, that is not the worst thing Dream has done, all right? Anyway, get ready for this.
Hello. This video is a message to Dream.
Okay.
If you've been off the internet the past couple days and haven't kept up, basically, if you're one of my subscribers, Dream has called you a slur.
Oh my god! A slur! Wait, let me check. Oh, thank God I'm not one of his subscribers. Dream didn't call me a retard. We take those. Huge dub. We take those. Okay. I mean, the irony is, this is probably the most nothing burger part of this entire situation. Like, in my opinion, the backstabbing, the friendships, the harassing each other's parents, like, obviously that's, like, insane schizo behavior, but, dude, the fact that this is the straw that broke the camel's back is just so hilarious to me. Anyway, not trying to predict any more downfall here, but come back in 3 years, because Tommy is probably going to get canceled at some people for woking too close to the sun, too. Again, I don't think Tommy means anything bad by this. I don't think he's doing this maliciously, but I'll be real here. Bro, stop virtue signaling, okay? Come on. But another thing that I think is funny to mention, I think the fact that he titled his Dream and he says that this is a video for Dream and then he publicly uploads it on his channel with 15 million subscribers is really funny. Like, this entire drama could be avoided if he would have just, like, picked up the phone and called him.
So deal with that how you want. Okay, now look, I have Dream blocked on everything.
He's obviously memeing. He's not, though. Watch the video.
And I intend to keep it that way. So Dream.
All right, conversation is not going to be happening.
Hello, mates. Let's just dive right in, shall we? Let's talk about you calling all my fans the R-slur. You can't throw around the R-slur, mate.
Bruh.
You just can't.
You think he's still memeing?
My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real, fucking amazing people who I think of like family, who actually get called this slur. And you do not just throw it around. It's impossibly immature and reckless and sets such a shitty precedent to everyone. Shame on you, man.
So I agree completely with all the things he said, except for like half of them. I personally think shame on Dream for saying it after virtue signaling for like the last 3 years. After going full woke out there, going crazy, he made tweets talking about how the R slur was such a terrible thing. And then he felt like, and then the complete absolute dumb fuck sticks his own foot up his ass and makes this tweet calling TommyInnit fans the R slur. Like, I gotta say, like, actual mental gymnastics cuckold award goes to Dream. Like, this is unbelievably brain dead shit. I'd go as far as to say that it's retarded. And I don't mean that as a slur. I mean that as a diagnosis, okay? I'm just saying. Dream, after doing all this, I think he has the right to reclaim that slur. He can reclaim it. Dream saying the R slur is kind of like a black guy saying the N-word. I don't know. I do see a parallel. All right, I'm definitely gonna get canceled. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here is, when Dream virtue signals, it's so obviously virtue signaling. He obviously does not give a shit, and he just wants to appease the most people. That's why he apologized for and he apologized for saying drugs, apologizing to black people, and then he made this whole tweet about the R slur, because he's obviously virtue signaling. I'll be real here. I think TommyInnit actually means it. I genuinely think he means it when he says that it's a terrible word and it's offensive and stuff. Again, not getting into the ethics of any of this garbage, but I do think he's genuine, and I think Dream is not. And I think that's why TommyInnit will just keep winning this drama.
In your stream you slagged off a lot of my pals. Come on, mate. I mean, my friends are all idiots, but they have bloody good hearts.
Nice.
However, with your group...
See, my friends, they're not idiots, but they don't have such good hearts. See, I've come to notice.
I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down.
Dude, this is important to remember. The George stuff from a year ago, for full context, George Not Found was another Minecrafter in those groups, and George Not Found was accused by somebody for sexually assaulting them or something. And that was basically kind of debunked. Like, the claim was he's a sexual assaulter. And then when the girl that made that claim actually explained it, the sexual assault was like they were cuddling at a party, and while they were cuddling, he touched her in a way that she was uncomfortable with or something. And it's like, and she changed her story like 5 times. Like, to be real here, I think it's insane that this George stuff is being thrown around right now. It's kind of wild. Again, I wasn't there. No one knows what actually happened, but that's kind of the impression that I got from those allegations back in the day. But he's just going to kind of skid over it.
I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man. And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too.
Bro, cooked him. Cooked him! He is a sexist, according to Tommy. No evidence, no evidence required. See, but the thing is, the reason why this video is, like, actually gonna cook Dream, I think, in the long run, is because this is coming from an ex-friend. This is coming from an ex-ally. An ex-friend of Dream's that is talking about first-hand information. And it's not only Tommy, like basically half the Minecraft YouTubers got together behind Tommy, which is pretty impressive because Tommy is overage. Normally Minecraft YouTubers get behind children. That wasn't funny at all. I should definitely retire. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to say is, Dream said retard and the world hates him now. It's pretty great. I love it. This is the downfall that we've always needed. Definitely subscribe because I will never have a downfall for saying the word retard.
Shame on you guys.
Shame on you for being sexist. By the way, Dream does respond to this point, and then there's such a beautiful leak of him actually being sexist. Like, dude, literally, it's so good. All right, I'm trying to be chronological here, but I hope you're ready. Lock in, because Dream responds to this saying, nuh-uh, right? That's the response. He calls him sexist. His response is nuh-uh, like a big man, and there's actually evidence that leaks later about this. Oh, God, it's so funny.
Now, mate. Talk about me and you. You've basically spent the past day calling me a dickhead. And look, I have made mistakes. And I'm going to make loads more. But the difference is, I give a shit.
He's right. He is right. And what he just said is something Dream cannot say. Full cock. Okay? Dream can't say that he makes mistakes. If you remember, Dream cheated in a Minecraft speedrun and lied about that for like a year. Until eventually he realized that he actually only accidentally cheated in a Minecraft speedrun. Yeah, sure, my ass. So, he can't say that he makes mistakes because he can never admit to fault. And B, he really doesn't seem like he gives a shit kind of about anything aside from himself, which is kind of the impression he gets.
I'm trying. I'm putting in effort and I really care. And I take responsibility when I've fucked up. Dream. 4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice and you held that over my head for years.
Okay, so outside perspective here, as someone that's gotten YouTube advice and someone that's given YouTube advice, and someone that's been friends with people on the internet for like a decade by now, just want to wrap it all up here. This is an opinion of somebody about how they are treated. There's no evidence. There's obviously not this isn't something that you could sit here and analyze as a third party, all right? This is obviously a friendship that got destroyed. And I could see both perspectives, because I could see someone like Dream holding it over his head and making him feel shitty. And I could also see just how he didn't necessarily do that, but perhaps Tommy was in an echo chamber that hated Dream, and he kind of gaslighted himself into thinking that's what Dream was doing the whole time. Again, this is up in the air, but this is just, in my opinion, a video that looks genuine. And you can't just discount the shitty friend allegations.
You didn't treat me like an equal, and you made me feel small. The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me. Streaming every single night on the server and caring about everything as much as I did. Right. And you made me feel small about that. And I was a kid. Shame on you, man. And you knew what you were doing. Because I've watched you do it to other people too.
See, that's where it gets crazy. Because if it would just be him that has this experience where he feels like Dream held his success over his head and he feels like Dream keeps telling him, I made you! I made you! Then yeah, that's pretty awful. But bro, if there are multiple people saying that, listen, I know character witnesses are just character witnesses, but when you have a small fucking army of character witnesses, I'm just saying.
And if you didn't, and that was just an accident, then fucking hell, man. You called me a promoter of all my other projects I do in your Reddit post too? Yeah, man, are you stupid? Of course I promote all this stuff. But the difference between me and you is I actually give a shit. I put my absolute best into all these new things. I'm going to talk about my brilliant podcast because I'm really proud of it. Or the book I spent months writing. Or comedy. I mean, mate, I've ditched the internet for a year to do the rounds in tiny pubs, to do the stand-up comedy circuit the legitimate way because of people like you.
So this also, he has genuine backing to this. The fact that he basically did leave the internet kind of for a while. And his claim is it's because of Dream. Again, I think that is likely, to be honest. But something even more genuine than this is, how do you know? How do you know, bro? We don't. This is a friendship that got destroyed. The thing is about Tommy is he does seem genuine. I think that's definitely the thing that he has going for him. And when it comes to Dream, in my opinion, is a liar. And every time a liar speaks, it just, there's always a little asterisk at the end of their sentences. Like, that's the craziest part here. Like, this is just personal drama. Like, I want you to realize that this is completely irrelevant, all right? I was gonna talk about some really heinous shit today, all right? You are lucky that this is the butthole of chaos that we are fucking today, ladies and gentlemen. That was a metaphor, of course. I'm not referring to this in Minecraft terms.
People who have ruined this space. And that takes balls. Courage. I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right?
Yeah, Dream actually sold his own baby photos as his merch, that's a pretty great callback. But anyway, Dream responds to that, so don't worry.
Right, I'm doing the best with what I have. I'm nearly the age you were.
I'm doing the best with what I have. I have no baby photos. It's not easy out here.
When you met me, and if I acted the way you did to a 16-year-old who looks up to you,
bro,
I'd be so ashamed of myself, man.
Sheesh.
Now finally, Dream, mate, you harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce.
The mic is on the floor. The mic's on the floor. It's over. Okay, let me just be real here. Holy ballsack and a half. Bro did not just come out there dual wielding. Holy shit-a-moly. Well, like, what are you gonna say about this, bro? You harassed my mom? Like, oh my god, bro. Well, you are such a loser, Dream. I think that's, again, that is why Dream is being clowned on by everyone. Not because he's objectively wrong with his sound analyses at different points, and because this is like the ultimate bitch move. You don't do a bitch move like this and walk away from it. You got into beef with TommyInnit, some kid, a 16-year-old kid, and you shit talk him to his mom? Anyway, Dream responds to this in a very funny way. I'm gonna get to it, don't worry. But like, bro, this is so pathetic. It's hilarious. I love the level of patheticness. Dude, somehow, Dream messaging TommyInnit's mom to shit on him was somehow, even more pathetic than Elon Musk making believe he was a god gamer. Okay? I am so happy to live in a timeline where we have multi-millionaires and billionaires fighting over the title of most pathetic loser on the internet. And that's why I'm here. Subscribe for more pathetic losers.
The worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends, with the shit that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate.
Holy shit.
You are like a proper movie villain.
Bro!
I have watched you take advantage of vulnerable people and use them to benefit yourself. Yes. I have watched you lie to fans, to me.
I've watched him lie too, by the way. For those of you that are unaware, my past Dream situation was Dream made a hour-and-a-half long video responding to the allegations that he was a pedophile and basically debunking those allegations, all right? I really hate that people in the Minecraft community still do sling around the pedophile allegations about Dream when those have been pretty thoroughly debunked, and that's pretty disgusting, and that is honestly a pretty vile, awful thing to see still happen. That said, he probably lied about 10 other things in that video. So when I made a video covering that entire situation, I mentioned that he definitely debunked the grooming allegations. However, he's also a pathological liar about like a million other things. People were so upset at me for taking that stance because you either got to be pro-Dream or anti-Dream, and I am only pro-me. I am pro-chaos. I am a worshiper of Slanesh, okay? Give me some more chaos and I will be here. Yeah, anyway.
Me to people and take no responsibility afterwards. You are incapable of taking any criticism.
True. Bro, they told him he cheated in a Minecraft speedrun and he hired a Harvard astrophysicist to prove that it's a statistical possibility. Like, bro, you gotta recognize the level of absolute delusion that someone needs to be to hire a astrophysicist to prove that he didn't cheat on Minecraft. Like, bro, are you kidding me?
Refuse to change anything about yourself. You reframe everything so that you are the victim.
He does.
4 years have gone by, and the rest of us have grown, reflected, really tried to better ourselves and learn after going through that incredibly overwhelming experience together. And you've reverted to saying slurs and punching down.
Again, I don't really think this is punching down. They're basically the same size on the internet right now. But again, that is completely irrelevant. I love how the slurs were it. It's like, you harassed my mom, but even worse! You posted a meme that said the word retard. You gotta admit, that's pretty funny. You gotta admit, it's funny.
It's not just me that feels like this about you either. Most YouTubers do. I'm just...
True. By the way, again, personal experience, people I've spoken to that do know Dream, a lot of people think of Dream this way, by the way.
Very loud about it. I really hope you're not a genuine bad person with a bad heart. But mate, you need to get off the internet now. Go and get some therapy. Spend some time around your loved ones. Go on a walk. Look after yourself. You being an arsehole right now doesn't mean you will be one forever. But fucking hell, man. With great power comes great responsibility. And you just don't ever seem to take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, well.
Figure your shit out, man. Because how you behave right now is just not going to cut it. Right.
And then for the rest of the video, he basically promotes all of his projects, which I think is pretty hilarious. Spider in it, true. I mean, I guess...
Yeah, as I said, I am going on tour, doing my comedy to Australia, the USA, and the UK. So if you want to see me in person making you laugh and giving you some relief from all of this bullshit, then go to TommyInnit. I promise you, it's better than all this shit. I also do have a new, very funny book coming out, which seems...
I was making a joke literally like a day ago talking about how everyone has books now, but everyone has books now. Like, dude.
More appropriate than ever.
Yeah, definitely get the pre-order for my book, The Butthole of Chaos. It's coming soon to every store near you. Butthole of Chaos, it's gonna be amazing. I'm just letting you know. It's gonna be great. I'm already working on the sequel, The Prolapse of Degeneracy. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be crazy.
Right now, I spent months writing this, and it's not shit. So check that out. And me and Jack have an amazing new podcast, which you can check out. Right, back to coding.
Nice. Yeah, so anyway, he made this video for Dream, obviously. If you look at the like-dislike ratio, bro got absolutely, bro killed it. He killed it. Like, this video is a fucking nuclear warhead. This is a monster of a video. I can't wait for the day in the far future where everyone's canceled and I'm just there, Technoblade. Goddamn. Goddamn. Rest in peace, bro. That's, like, honestly heartbreaking. But anyway, now, TommyInnit, basically, he had this entire moment. He calls out Dream in this massive video, massive Twitter tirade, all of this stuff. And before I show you Dream's response, I want to show you Asmongold's take on the entire thing. Now, I do think there definitely is genuine truth to what he's saying here, and that's why I want to show it. I don't think it's the whole truth, but I do think it is part of the truth.
Out why people do what they do. TommyInnit. Let's take a look. So 2,000 average viewers. The guy used to get, let's see here, 250,000 for a while when Minecraft was really popular. And now he's all the way down here. And
yeah, he's at about 1% of his viewers. Like, this is a dramatic fall off. When Minecraft was at its height, dude was pulling in 40 million views on every video, and now he doesn't crack 1 million on most of his videos. Like, this is an insane fall off. Like, holy moly.
And so he's having a bad time. Every stream he does, he loses viewers.
Not just loses viewers by getting less, but if you look at the stats over here at the top that he showed for just a second. So as you can see, he loses 432 followers per hour on his Twitch. That is not good. That is not good. I'm not gonna lie. That is like not so fantastic. Okay, I'm just saying there are better things than losing 400 followers an hour on Twitch.
Bad time. Every stream he does, he loses viewers. People don't like what he's doing. That's it. And so mizkif, who has been fucking canceled, people have shit on him, massively hated him. Even mizkif turned this around. Losing followers. Yes, look at this. And so if you want to find out why something like this is happening, let's look at the views for the podcast that he's doing. What's the podcast called? What's it called? Let's find out.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Where'd it go?
He shouts it out in all of his videos. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So let's look at this. So you got the podcast. You got 95K views, 100K views, 80 views, 80K views, 161. 161's pretty good. They bring on good guests. It seems like obviously they do pretty well. Other than that, it's not so much. I think a lot of these guys, show's not doing so well. Not bad. No, it's not bad, but it's going in a bad direction.
Like, again, I love how people say not bad. Like, you're right. It's not bad, objectively speaking. I mean, they probably rake in, a couple $1,000s a month. Like, this is definitely a good thing. But compare that to where they were, obviously. Not everything is... It's like saying that Elon Musk is worth $1 million. Does that make him rich? But no, that means he lost $40 billion over the last however long it took.
That's the way it's going. Good views. For the bottom ones are good. The top ones are not. And so I think this is what happens. You start losing viewership. You lose popularity. And then suddenly you try to look for somebody that you can stand on top of to make yourself a little bit taller.
God damn.
That's what I think he's doing.
So I think that he is largely right and not necessarily completely right. I think he is right in regards to why he's been crashing out on Twitter. I think TommyInnit's been calling people out. He's getting involved with the Logan Paul drama and mizkif and Dream and all this stuff on Twitter. I do think absolutely that was because he felt like it'll get people to talk about him. He was definitely falling off in terms of viewership, and it's obviously a shitty feeling for sure. Like, without a doubt. So, I do think that is why he crashes out online a lot. However, this video was years in the making. Years in the making, bro. Was he cooking for this Dream video? They obviously had bad blood for a long time. So, while I do think his feelings are genuine, and I do think that his downfall is causing these crash outs, I do have to say, as a rater of downfalls, this is only like a B tier downfall, honestly. It's not that impressive from a downfall connoisseur like myself. However, an A tier downfall would be Dream, because Dream responds to makes a video called I'm Sorry, but not to TommyInnit. And as you can see, his like-dislike ratio is a lot different than Tommy's. It is not going well for old Dreamulus. So let's see Dream's response, because my favorite part about this response is how he literally self-reports like 10 times in this response video. As you know, I do like a good downfall, so definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe for more downfalls is what I'm trying to say. But get ready, baby.
TommyInnit posted a video yesterday that was titled Dream, where he said a lot of stuff about me that...
Oh, by the way, something incredibly funny that you have to know, just because I'm trying to paint the picture of like, listen, I'm just saying, I personally don't call people clowns unless they put the clown makeup on themselves. Dream did a 3-hour stream responding to everything where he didn't call himself Dream. He called himself Detective Dream. It's a character that he invented to be an unbiased third-party commentator on the drama. I shit you not. This is something that a grown-ass man, all right, at the age of 26 or whatever, thought would be a good idea to call himself Detective Dream, a totally unbiased party, and cover the drama. Okay, I'm just saying... This is beautiful. Again, Elon Musk wiping sweat from his brow. There is a millionaire more cringe than him in 2025 already. This is crazy.
Isn't true, but he did correctly criticize me for something that...
All right. He does want to apologize, though, for something. And he guesses in chat, and he guesses what he wants to apologize for. And he guesses in chat what he wants to apologize for. Is it 4? All right, I'll give you 4 options, all right? A, he harassed his mom. B, he stood over him and humiliated him. C, he said the word retard. D, he sold baby photos of himself as merch. All right, the votes are in.
That I want to apologize for before I respond to the rest of this video. I posted a meme on Twitter that used
Ladies and gentlemen, it was C all along. You are, in fact, correct. His apology is for posting a meme on Twitter. Woo! Woo! No apology for being a bad friend. No apology for being the adult in a situation where you made a child feel like shit. None of that. None of that. Nope. Bro posted a meme that had the R word in it. It's over.
the R word, and I shouldn't have done that.
Again, he cannot stop virtue signaling. He cannot stop virtue signaling. A lot of people are also exposing him for like sending sexual fan art to minors and shit. I don't know. I'm not getting involved into any of that garbage, all right? We're not getting involved to every old dream controversy of all time. But this has got to be the most glorious virtue signal of all time. Like, this is such good virtue signaling. Again, I'm telling you, man wokes too close to the sun. Every single person that goes down this path ends up tasting defeat at the audience they're cultivating. He's really dropping an apology for this? Oh my god, this is pathetic. He's the only person that I've ever heard of that's made 2 separate apologies with 3 years apart for saying the R word. 2 separate apologies for 2 separate instances. Like, bro is actually insane. I think he could claim this slur, to be honest. I'm telling you. Dream is to I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Dream saying the R slur is like a black man saying the N word. I'm just saying. I just feel that way.
I'm sorry, genuinely. I think it's important to acknowledge right off the bat that that's not right.
This guy is so pathetic.
That's not how you should behave.
Oh my god. See, again, this is why no one will ever take him seriously. Because he acts like such a bitch. Dude, the people that are upset at you for saying the R slur are people that you will never be able to appease. Okay? He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. For real, for real.
I shouldn't have done it, period. Now I want to talk about Tommy's video and why I was angry enough to post something so stupid. Tommy, you and some of your friends have been...
I love how he says, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it, it was wrong. Now, I'm going to explain why Tommy, the child, infiltrated my mind with his psychic brainworm ability. He is a psyker from the 40K universe. I have witnessed the runes upon his chest, and it opened my mind to the audacity of... I only thought in slurs for a solid 14 minutes after seeing what Tommy said about me. He has to put the blame on Tommy. It's Tommy's fault that he said this slur. He can't even own it. It's unbelievable. Like, dude, again, this is a good downfall. The A-tier downfall for sure.
Spreading disproven lies about me for over a year and a half. When I had false allegations made about me, it was one of the hardest times of my life, and you and your friends decided that after I went through the hell of debunking them, that you would continue to spread, joke about, and support these lies.
Okay, so now I'm sure he's gonna show us proof. It's gonna be great. I only saw clips from this video. I didn't see the entire video. But I saw the Tommy one, but this one, I have to say, I only saw clips of it. Very excited to see him proving that they've been spreading false pedophile allegations, because that's obviously a pretty horrible thing. Get ready.
Believe me that you've been doing this. Let's just hear your own best friend confirm that this has been happening.
His evidence is hearsay. No.
I get why he might be mad about the lies. That group being like, he's a pedophile all the time, which again, I don't like. I think we shouldn't joke about people being pedophiles unless we actually know for sure. Because, dude, the Brighton lot, I want to stop throwing out random strays and calling people pedophiles just to cheap laughs.
As you guys know, I made a video deep.
Bro, that was his evidence? Okay, I get false pedo allegations thrown around about me too, because that's basically, if you're a relatively controversial person online, you're gonna have some little subsection of idiots calling you a pedophile, okay? That's literally everyone. That's his evidence? This is your evidence? You're immediately painting TommyInnit as someone that is slandering you in probably the worst possible way. And his evidence is, a friend of Tommy says he doesn't like when these jokes are made about him. Like, bro, you are not a victim to TommyInnit, okay? Like, dude, I don't know how else to say it. And I think everyone watching this video immediately knows that he is not a victim to TommyInnit, okay? So when he frames himself this way, it just makes him look like a huge loser.
Bunking those allegations, and after my video, the accusers even came forward and admitted that they were not true.
The accuser is a burner account. No one normal took this seriously. I mean, again, obviously Minecraft people did. I'm not trying to sit here and say that his feelings aren't valid, because obviously sending false pedo allegations to people is despicable, horrible shit, and I am so sorry that Dream had to deal with that for years. I really am. I really truly am. Dream did a terrible job handling it. He responded on Twitter like 47 different times before actually posting his video response, like a complete loser. Yeah, no, this is obviously horrible. But don't blame TommyInnit for the fact that a burner account did this.
True. I thought that would be the end of it. But for some reason, you and your friend group thought that you would kick me while I was down.
I genuinely think the friend group needs to stop calling Dream a fucking pedophile for cheap laughs. It's stupid to repeatedly...
Why doesn't he show the actual cheap laughs? Why doesn't he show the actual people that are saying it? Because I never heard it. I obviously see, I saw TommyInnit do a clip of saying, if there would be an award for befriending the most groomers, I would have won. Now, that doesn't directly implicate Dream. It's just kind of, it's the Minecraft community. Now, if you'll notice, this image of Dream on the screen right now is wearing a monocle. So this is not actually Dream. This is Detective Dream, a completely unbiased third party. I want you to be aware. This is what we're looking at right here. See, this is Dream, but with the monocle. So this is Detective Dream, not Dream. I don't want you to conflate the two, all right? This is an invented character played by Dream, but this guy is an unbiased third party inquisitor of the Imperium of Man.
Call Dream a pedophile when it's not the case.
In your stream you did,
He showed no evidence. All right, let's be clear here. He immediately starts off by saying that for years, Tommy is calling him a pedophile, and he has zero evidence for that. All right, so immediately off the bat, fuck this, bro. What are you doing? See, if I wanted to call someone out for calling me a pedophile, I would have evidence. I would think. This is insane.
you slag.
Isn't Dream the guy who calls his fans kittens? Yes, that's Dream. Again, the bro is a victim of being cringe and not knowing that he's cringe, which is the worst type of cringe. I am cringe, I recognize I'm cringe. Tommy is cringe, he recognizes he's cringe. Dream is cringe, but he doesn't recognize that he's cringe, which is why he's gonna keep losing.
Off a lot of my pals. Come on, mate. I mean, my friends are all idiots, but they have bloody good hearts.
Like, yeah, I know you're upset because they call you pedos, but they've got big hearts.
But he didn't show any evidence of that actually happening, so... yeah.
And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys.
I don't even know what this is about. You don't provide any context.
Bro is sexist to so many women, he doesn't even know which women he's talking about. I am so confused here. Listen, was it this women or that women?
Extra evidence to what you're saying. TommyInnit, your racist behavior behind the scenes is unacceptable. You are a racist behind the scenes, and it's unacceptable. Shame on you. You're mad that—
Good one. He literally disproved it. Are you ready? Are you ready to see a really funny clip that I think is very funny? So Ludwig, I'm just saying, Ludwig's name is spelled with an L and a W. Every time he opens his mouth regarding drama, he's either gonna have a big L or a big W, all right? Whenever Hassan comes up, bro takes an L. He will lie and obfuscate and change stories around to make big bro Hassan look good. However, bro claimed his bag. Bro claimed his W on this day. Respect to the wig. All right, are you ready for this one, baby? Are you ready for the craziest clip of all time?
Right? It is basically people trying to watch things that align with their opinions and burn things that disagree with their opinions at the stake. All right? But the real reason I didn't want to do it is...
Right, he's talking about why he didn't cover the Dream response video. When Dream made his big response, Ludwig didn't make a video about it, and he's explaining why he didn't.
What he brought up, you know? He called one of my friends a whore.
Again, not that's pretty fucked up. I mean, I get it. Listen, I call people whores sometimes, but when I do that, it's coming from a place of what's the word? Vindictiveness. That's the word. When I call people whores, it's because I mean it. All right, I'm just okay. All right, but anyway, I totally get why you wouldn't want to make a big video defending some guy that called your friend a whore. That's pretty valid.
And I told him this privately. I never talked about this publicly.
Nothing but respect, by the way, okay? Ludwig probably got shit for that, and he still didn't publicly air out this grievance, okay? I think that's pretty good.
I never even brought up that he messaged me. The third reason, by the way, I didn't make the video, I've been asked to make videos a couple of times by people instantly. That makes me not make a video about it. Like, instantly. If the goal for somebody is for me to make a...
Instead, he talks about it on stream. Very cool. I'm just saying, the Ludwig moment for sure.
Video about them, I will then not ever make the fucking video. Because the whole point of me making the video is for me to make a video of something I'm interested in, I care about. And if someone's asking and they're involved in it, I'm immediately like basically doing fucking PR work for them.
True. I mean, he'll take down a video if he accidentally insults Hassan, but I mean, again, don't worry, buckle in. You're about to hear a big Ludwig W.
So I've never made a video because someone's asked me to make a video. Anyway, this whore thing is true, right? This happened. Someone came up to me and they told me this, and I kept this to myself. I've never brought this up publicly. I feel fine bringing it up publicly now because Dream brought it up. Dream, after I said this, sent me back like 5 pages worth of information about the situation, defending himself.
That's Dream. Bro made a 40-page document about how he didn't cheat in Minecraft, okay? All right, this is Dream.
You know, messages from the person he called a whore and explaining the situation, right?
Are you ready? Are you ready for the biggest self-report in the history of YouTube? Are you ready? Are you ready for the biggest self-report probably of all time?
All of those messages were about a different girl.
How many people has he called a whore that he cannot keep track of the people that he's called whores? Listen, I'm just saying. Oh my God, that's crazy. Bro.
I never answered him.
That's crazy. Oh my
I
God.
never replied.
Nice.
Because I was like, brother, that's not even who I was talking about.
Oh my Lord,
So,
bro.
Apparently you've come into this situation now more than one time.
Nice. Dub.
I'm definitely not making the video. Moved on with my life.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty great.
And by the way, still not making the video.
Insert Jake clip. Your harassment of the female gender makes me sick. No, but that's pretty awesome. I love that self-report. Like, that is truly one of the self-reports of all time. I am in complete approval of that. So, let's recap this video so far. Dream apologizes for saying the word retard. Okay. Dream calls out TommyInnit for calling him a pedophile with no proof. Then Dream, also with no proof. Then Dream complains that Tommy had no proof when he called him a sexist, but he accidentally self-reported in the past. Like, bro, what's wrong with calling people whores? It's wrong if you're, Dream. Okay? Because this dude, he would never say anything offensive, right? This is Dream we're talking about.
That I criticized your friends in a 3-hour-long live stream with screenshots and receipts.
Actually, you didn't do that. It was Detective Dream that did that.
Of their not so good behavior. So you just make stuff up about my friends? I mean, you didn't have a problem interviewing Sapnap in one of your videos recently.
Like, this is like good call. It's like, oh my God, you met a friend of mine at a convention? Oh my God.
Nah. Well, Sapnap, you see, today I'm no longer TommyInnit, famed Minecraft YouTuber. I'm actually Professor Respect. Okay, well, it's good to see you.
Well, I guess that means he's a chump.
Oh, and you tried to interview George, but he walked away because he didn't want to be in your video. So there's two
Okay.
options. Either 1, they're not bad people, or 2, you don't care enough to not profit off of them.
Bro, Hassan shows up. Dude, I love this. Dude, you had such an easy shot. You had such an easy shot. You could have called TommyInnit out for being a clown for hanging out with Hassan. Terrorist propagandist. No, he was chilling with Minecrafters. Bro, dude. Dream is, he has so little spine. He has so little spine that he can't say, like, genuine things that he's afraid that his audience might be upset at him about. Like, dude, this is unbelievable. Oh my God. Now, again, I'm not saying that TommyInnit has a spine here, okay? I'm just saying that Dream definitely does not.
Like, you'll be best friends with Logan Paul in private, but then the second it becomes beneficial for people to think that you don't like him, then all of a sudden you have a problem with
The second, a year later.
all those shitty things that he's done.
He has booked another flight to Japan.
Yeah, Logan Paul's a shitty guy, turns out. True. Again, do I think that TommyInnit's been grifting a little bit, hanging out with people that maybe are objectively shitty people? Yes. Do I think that is involved with his numbers falling off? Yes. Does that invalidate that he feels like you took advantage of him and harassed his mom? No. So why are you bringing up completely anecdotal things? Bro, like, this is wild. Like, the ultimate straw man argument. It's like, TommyInnit, you called me out for harassing your mom? Well, what about that time you wanted to collab with Logan Paul 2 years ago?
4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years.
I gave you YouTube advice because I thought that you were extremely talented, hardworking, and you had a big dream to be a YouTuber. And that's why with no expectations, we called for hours a day talking about YouTube, strategies, and ideas. And I never held this over your head. Most people hearing that I helped you
I mean, again, this is just a he said, she said type thing. No one knows what actually went on in personal relationships.
at all are probably hearing
The fact that he puts, like, the angelic choir music in the background has got to be the funniest shit in the world, though.
this for the first time.
Dream's awesome. He should, like, probably for the past, like, 8 months, once a week, me and Dream will have, like, a 2-hour call.
Let's just recognize the fact that he was 16 at this time.
And he just helps me.
Like, Tommy, there's no way that you actually believe this. Saying I was so terrible to you with no examples or anything. Like, if you don't think that my intention was to help you, then what was my intention? Why did I do all of that?
The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me.
That egotistical sentiment is exactly what you're accusing me of.
Oh my god, dude. That's crazy that he's able to twist it in this way. He feels like a lot of the success of the Dream SMP was because of him, because he's always been there. Like, that's amazing. And he's like, well, because you have a big ego, and you're accusing me of having an ego, and you're the one with an ego. Like, bro, you realize this could have all been handled in like a phone call, right? Like, bro, this is so pathetic. These are adults, by the way, all right? They were children at some point, like most of us. But these are two adults squabbling in front of millions of people with the nuh-uh, you prove it, nuh-uh, you prove it mentality. And it is so fun to watch. Huge day for the unemployed.
I think that the Dream SMP would have not been what it was without any of the creators that were on it.
Wow.
Everyone, including you, made it what it
Wow.
was. And I said that on
Wow.
stream the other day.
Wow.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right?
Random tangential jab. I thought that was pretty funny.
I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy, you say that like it's a slight on me when my entire merch brand was built by my family.
This is what I mean by, like, he reframes shit. He reframes everything. Literally everything. And he puts like the wholesome music in the background. My merch brand. You sold your baby photos to an audience that you called kittens. Okay? Alright, bro. It's fucking cringe. Bro, this isn't like the major argument against you. Okay? This was a tangential jab.
In my hometown. Like, the reason there was ever a USB flash drive sold that had pictures of me on it was because it was my mom's idea. And Tommy knows that.
With a package too. A dream hoodie, but with me.
All the designers are local people working with my local family business.
Wow.
And this also let me make sure that all of my fans had a good merch experience.
That is really cool.
I didn't make the most money that way, but I'm happy that I did it. Tommy went with a merch company that actually had some really cool designs, with some very hardworking child laborers to make it.
Random fucking images of sweatshops. No! Oh god.
Unfortunately, that company also scammed a bunch of his viewers, and multiple of his creator friends got scammed and literally never got paid.
Oh yeah, true. Coffeezilla made a video about this.
And the company went bankrupt.
The biggest creators in the
Oh my god, Coffeezilla!
world are at the center of a scam.
There is no way that he photoshopped TommyInnit's face on this tower. This had Dream on it. I mean, this had Mr. Beast on it in Coffeezilla's actual video. Bro, stop!
And I don't know if I should talk about it.
Some have been defrauded, others are associated.
Yes, it was a scam. I'm pretty sure, allegedly. But, again, this is not, like, necessarily his fault. He didn't know that he was, like, it was just a big company that sold merch. Again,
plain and
like, this is such a nothing burger. Like, why is this even in Dream's video? It's obviously to tear him down. Again, this is incredibly pathetic, and I'm here for it, okay? I want you to be clear here. Me saying all this is not because I'm invested. It's because I am enjoying myself. This is interactive drama.
Embarrassed.
This is actually true and was investigated by Coffeezilla. Unfortunately, after the false allegations that Tommy perpetuated,
Again, no evidence that Tommy perpetuated it.
family merch company
This is so lame, but it's so funny. Exactly. This is so lame, but so funny. Precisely. I'm glad we're on the same track here. It is incredibly lame, but it is incredibly funny. It's like Elon Musk cheating in a video game. Like, dude, this is everything, all right? The butthole of chaos. Watching massive millionaires woke too close to the sun and fall off. Bro, I am telling, yes.
company did struggle. So if you'd like to support it,
And, of course, he plugs his own shit, too.
.shop.
But the difference between me and you, I put my absolute best into all these new things. I'm gonna talk about my brilliant podcast because I'm really proud of it. Or the book I spent months writing.
Tommy essentially belittles what I do, saying that what he does with his podcast and book are somehow more valuable or important than...
Yeah, except he never said that. He said that he cares about what he makes, unlike you, who do not care about what you make. That was his argument. All right, but good job finding a way to reframe it in a whole ass other way.
The videos that I make, which I think is just a little sad. I'm
Tommy is so sad that he would say such. Bro, dude, stop.
happy making videos with my friends. That's what I've always done. And I'm a coder, and I code cool new Minecraft mods and make everything for my channels by myself. Like, I edit my own videos.
Again, why would you include this in your video? I edit my own videos. I love that. It is such like the egotistical response. I know some people that edit their own videos. Again, good job. Proud of you guys that you edit your own videos. But like, bro, this is like not a flex, okay?
I'm sure Tommy can knock out videos pretty quick because at one point he had a literal editor sweatshop where...
A literal editor sweatshop? The allegation you're making is that he had a literal editor sweatshop. Even with subtitles, I don't know, yeah, fully subtitled and edited vid for $50. Wait, $50? 50 pounds? You got this? What? I don't think I've been paid more than 50 pounds for a vid yet. What? Okay, dude. 50 pounds for a full video edited with subtitles and shit. That's insane. Bro. Yeah, but a literal sweatshop. In case you were curious, This is Dream claiming that Tommy had a literal editor sweatshop making less than minimum wage. Tommy's editors in question coming to his defense, sharing the unedited messages Dream cropped in the video. Yeah. Anyway, in case you were curious, video's out. Excellent work. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. You nailed it. Want to invoice for $940? That would be Pog. Yeah, anyway, again, not saying anything, but the fact that all of his editors came out to defend him is painting a pretty different story from the one Dream is telling here. I'm just saying. Holy crap. Dude, even my editors get paid more than, I mean, my editors don't deserve as much as Tommy's do, to be fair, on a single video. Like, his videos are super edited, like, without a doubt. I love my editors. They do incredible work. They're all fucking awesome, but the level of editing is absolutely not in the tier of like, Tommy's, for example. Like, his videos, every single frame is edited, like Mr. Beast style. Bro, but that 50 pounds for a video like Tommy's is insane, except, I guess when you take him out of context, dude, I wonder if fully subtitled and edited vid for $50 or 50 pounds is like going on like a minute of edited footage. Like, that is insane. Bro, I need to open up an editor sweatshop.
Where his editors made less than minimum wage, and we're also getting fans to edit the videos for free for them. But
random cropped images, dude.
To each their own.
Your editors are gonna clown you, true.
Everyone has a different style of YouTube. I don't get the high and mighty. Like, it's not just in this video. Like, recently Tommy's been emboldened that he is the savior of YouTube or something.
So I was walking down the street and I thought to myself, oh man, this internet ain't so well.
But then Tommy says something I don't even know what. Just listen to this.
All right.
You harassed my mum. She was going through a divorce. The worst time of her life. You are like a proper movie villain.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna reveal to you this.
Dude, the angelic choir background music is the best thing ever. I'm just saying.
Harassment. The proper movie villain harassing of Tommy's mom.
Right,
that
I'm ready.
Before I show you, just picture in your mind the harassment. Here it comes. This one message is the...
Dude, this one message is a wall of text, okay? This one message is a wall so big Trump would make Mexico pay for that wall, okay? It's so big. China, China. This message is a book. Bro, dude, that is crazy.
The only contact that I have ever had with Tommy's...
Bro doesn't snort lines, he snorts paragraphs. Bro, if I get a message this big, I do not respond. Okay? Hermes, if you're watching this, no offense.
Mom.
You harassed my mum. Proper movie villain.
The actual fucking background music that he puts is crazy.
This message starts with, just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you, and I don't want you to be attacked at all.
You harassed my mum.
And the...
Dude, I love how he thinks this is like a valid response. Why would you message his mom? Oh my God. I will express, I do agree with some of the people regarding because Tommy knew that this would happen and knew that would happen to my family as well. He has critiqued me strongly for tweets saying that it's causing doxing and harassment, saying, you know it's going to cause doxing, so why do it? Even though I always reply, it's not my silly reply, that's the problem. It's the person doxing or whatever, like you've said in his video. And that's never what his opinion has been. His video is outwardly dishonest. And he knows far more about the situation, and he takes a side with this skit, which he knew would take a ton of issues. He's upset that he made a skit, by the way. He's upset that TommyInnit made a skit. I also don't agree that it was an ableist portrayal. Bro, dude, it always comes back to this. It always comes back to this. Holy crap. It's always the ableist portrayal. Bro gets cooked every time. And I don't agree that he wants my family to be harassed or doxxed. I will reiterate, though, that it is already and will cause more problems and harassment for my friends and family and obviously myself. And that I had people reach out already from my friends and my family expressing how dishonest this video was and how many issues it's going to cause with no pluses. Bro, you send a message like that to someone's mom shit-talking their 16-year-old child and you're a retard. No offense. I know it's comedy. I know we can hide behind it being a skit, but the intentions feel very cruel and dishonest from my personal perspective, and the perspective of all of those little details, including everything Tommy said of the Q situation back when it happened, as Tommy was one of the only people I actually told my idea and was involved in my SMP idea, etc., which includes my mom and my family and my friends, and it is very hurtful to see it get to this point. Just my personal thoughts. That is all. Yeah, this definitely constitutes as being a bitch. I'm sorry, I think that the bitch allegations are really strong on this one. I'm not gonna sit here and quantify what constitutes as harassment or whatever, but if you're having internet beef with a 16-year-old on an internet and feel the need to shit talk said 16-year-old to their mom, it makes you a bitch. Is that a hot take? I don't think so.
One message.
Yeah, they're all losers, everyone. And I'm just here to reap the benefits. Listen, Dream, thank you for paying for my rent.
Is the only contact that I have ever had with Tommy's mom.
You harassed my mum. Proper movie villain.
This message starts with, Just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you, and I don't want you to be attacked at all.
You harassed my mum.
And the context to this is that Tommy's mom was arguing with Dream fans on Twitter.
Oh, that's obvious. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, she was arguing with Dream fans on Twitter.
Making fun of my stutter in a video. Some of my fans were upset, and she was replying to them. I sent her this singular message on Twitter, letting her know that I didn't agree.
TommyInnit stuttered in a skit making fun of Dream for stuttering, and people thought it was an ableist portrayal. Oh my god.
With my fans that Tommy's portrayal of my stutter was ableist, but also letting her know that I didn't like the rest of the video because it was causing additional.
Oh my god, why would you say I don't agree was an ableist portrayal? Really? You're gonna take the high ground? Mr. Post's retard on Twitter is gonna take the high ground and say that, don't worry, Tommy, I don't think you were ableist.
Harassment
But not even say that to him, but say that to his mom?
Me that I was already getting because this was at the peak of the allegations. And Tommy, of course, didn't show any evidence for any of this stuff because it makes it look ridiculous if he did. Like, he literally says...
Really? Does it? Does it, bro?
That I'm a cartoon villain for this DM.
You are
I don't know about cartoon villain, but it's definitely a huge bitch move. I'm just saying.
like a proper movie villain.
Like, this is the Dream SMP Chapter 2, and I've escaped the prison. Like, the way he words that, you would think I spammed his mom's phone for weeks with slurs and threats.
Okay, all right. Good job over-dramatizing it. Good job. You messaged a kid's mom to shit-talk him. Like, bro, dude.
And Tommy keeps...
Maybe it's not a proper villain, but it's like the shitty side villain that, like, shows up for a few minutes in the episode. It's like the Team Rocket kind of villain, okay? All right, in his defense, he's more like the Team Rocket villain than, like, the Madara Uchiha villain, okay?
Bringing up the fact that he was 16 and 17. I mean, I was 20 and 21.
What? I told you I only saw clips of this video. That is one of the greatest messages I've ever heard. Oh my... Wait, dude, this is good! Sit down! Lock in! New moron just dropped!
The way he words that, you would think I spammed his mom's phone for weeks with slurs and threats. And Tommy keeps bringing up the fact that he was 16 and 17. Okay. I mean, I was 20 and 21.
Tommy keeps mentioning he was a kid while I was an adult. It's over. Mic drop. The end. Cooked. Bro, what does that mean? Oh my god. That is the worst thing I've ever... Why did he think that this is something that he needed to include in his video? Yeah, he was 16, but I was 21. So, I mean, like, it's the same thing, basically, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he couldn't vote, but, I'm retarded, in my defense. Like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
I didn't treat you like a kid. I treated you like you were my friend and a colleague. We had
he said, she said, no one knows.
Occasional disagreements, but that's because I did treat you like an equal. But you'd think, based on what you're saying, that you were 12 and that I was some evil overlord, not a content creator helping you out with advice.
Everything else about my channel, you can thank Dream for. Oh, Dream's such a good guy, man. I feel bad because in 2020 I gave him so much shit always. He was like my, in the friend group, the guy that you make fun of a bit too much. That was,
this is 5 years ago, right?
Dream. And I was just
this kind of seems like a good joke.
Always taking the piss.
I mean, the truth is, you don't care enough that I use that word to make this.
It's crazy that these are the examples he used. He couldn't get better examples. These guys were best friends. Like, they literally blew up together on YouTube. They blew up together on the internet, okay? They rocketed to such extreme heights. They have over 15 million subscribers each. Dream is over 30. Like, bro.
This video, especially because you know my own personal struggles.
What is this?
I don't care enough that I use that word to make this video.
Oh my god. He's saying that Tommy didn't really care that he used the slur because Tommy retweeted a tweet about Jacksepticeye being diagnosed with autism. Help me find the connection.
Especially because you know my own personal struggles. You realize...
What are your personal struggles?
Realize that it's something that you can use against me to promote your channel.
Really? You're the victim? Dream's the victim? Dream being the victim? I've never seen that before.
And all of the things that you literally promoted for almost a minute at the end of your video. And I mean, you talk about how terrible of a person I am while leaving up videos with my sister and mom.
Oh my god, dude. What do you want him to do? You want him to delete 200 million views worth of old videos from 5 years ago?
And of course, dozens with me, while lying and exaggerating about me, harassing your mom, and bringing up her divorce that I didn't even know about and have nothing to do with. So Tommy, maybe. I'm not going to suggest...
No one said that you had anything to do with it, bro.
...that you go to therapy like you did to me.
You need to get off the internet now. Go and get some therapy.
Because you feel strongly enough to make an entire dedicated video on your channel hating on me.
Okay, bro. Dude, this is an entire dedicated video on his channel here, right now. And this is coming after a 3-hour dedicated stream talking about TommyInnit because TommyInnit made one tweet. Bro, you made a 3-hour stream cosplaying as Detective Dream, the unbiased investigator. because of one tweet, bro.
You can go ahead and take down every video of yours that I'm in, and
No, he actually says it. Just take down every video that I'm in. Yeah, it's a couple 100 million views, but yep, just do that.
I'll take down every video of mine that you're in. Because if you have a backbone, you wouldn't want to show support to such a no-good person. And Tommy, you mentioned being proud of yourself.
Okay.
I'm proud of you too. I'm proud of everything that you've accomplished. But
he's the good guy. He's always been the father figure.
You don't need to put other people down to lift yourself up.
You've got to be kidding me. Really? That's the solution? The guy that this all started because you called all of Tommy's fans retards. And this is really what you want? This is really the solution? Because you saw the Asmongold clip? You felt like this is the way you're gonna resolve your video? Bro, this is so profound. Dream has changed my life.
You are talented enough on your own.
Yeah, bro, you cheated in a Minecraft speedrun, okay? Like, that is the most pathetic thing of all time. It's up there with Elon Musk. I'm just saying, bro. I am just super Saiyan right now. Bro.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, this is like...
As you know, recently, both Dream and TommyInnit have been in some pretty serious...
Please shut up. Please shut up. Thank you. Thank you for shutting up. I appreciate that immensely. That was very nice of you. Yeah, but anyway, this situation is great. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, drama, downfalls. We love all of those. Those are good. We support and stand downfalls. We stand downfalls in this house. Now, if you think that I actually care about this, you are wrong. But I do enjoy it. This is like a good filler episode of your favorite anime. So thank you so much for being here. This has been 2025 Minecraft drama. It's pretty great. It's pretty insane. I wanted to cover all of it. Thank you. In case you're curious of what's going on the internet, these are videos with millions of views and millions of people talking about it, and I just thought it was incredibly funny, so I wanted to cover it. Basically, here, dude, let me actually pull this up. This is great. Let me do this. I want to end on a high note. Okay? I want to end on a positive note here, okay? So I just want to pull this image up to end on a high note. All right. In short, these are my thoughts. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. This was really fun. Definitely subscribe and stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.